Hi and welcome to another one of my episodes. I first need to make a little apology. I made a little mistake in the last episode. If we go to Noteskin, Dance, and My Skin, if we go to metrics and ini, we just did fallback Noteskin that is common. That's not 100% right. If we go to default for a sec and we go to metrics and ini, you can see it needs a global container. The problem is we didn't put the container here, so it doesn't work. Like the way it works, all the metrics has a container and then you have the key and the value. What we did here was just the key and the value, but not in a container. We need to put it in a container for it to work into the right container, which we did now. So just fix this to fix the last episode. Anyways, in this episode, we're gonna talk about holds. Like at the moment, we just have this image. We're gonna make a new one. So we're gonna open GIMP or whatever your text editor is, and we're gonna make a new file with the width of 64 because that's the size of our node skin, but we're gonna do the height of 1. Why do you ask 1? Because it's gonna be duplicated over the length of the node skin of the whole. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make 1 to 64 by 1 to have an image that just gets duplicated. Anyways, we're gonna make it a nice color. Like the other one was black. We're gonna do a bit brownish red for this one, so we can see the difference. What you need to do is you need to grab the bucket and just fill it in, and there we have it. So we're gonna save this as, let's see, where is my stuff? Node skins, dance, my skin. What we're gonna do is, oh, I need to export it. I'm so dumb. What we're gonna do is we're gonna call it down. Don't search. Down hold. This is gonna be the hold image. So we're gonna export it. Export it as PNG. We're gonna close this program. And now we got the down hold and the down image. What we now need to do is write the code for the down hold to work. So we open the noteskin.lua and we're gonna modify it. What we did the last time was just make the element is image. We do not want to do that. Like we can leave this the way it is now, but we're gonna add a little bit more code, which is like this. If string dot find and then s element, so we're gonna search this one. If string dot find element hold, so we're gonna do this for every hold, and we're gonna add an and check because this is important. As string dot find s element is head, then it's going to do the stuff. What it's going to do now is it is for the hold and for the head, but we don't want to do it for the head. So what we're going to do is not. Like if you know another coding language, you might do this, but here we just do not. So what happens now is if string is hold, but it's not a head, then do this value. And what we're going to do is element is hold. So now it should load it as a hold. Like we did define a local here. Like you might think we're defining a global here if you know what a global is, but we're not, because the local has been defined. It means that element is stuck in this function, so it will not be used outside of it. What we're just doing is reassigning the element to be a hold. What we're going to do now is we're going to save it. We're going to close this. And we're going to go debugging. This is very important. Every time you change something, you start up Stepmania or Etterna or whatever, and you debug it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a song with holds, and we're gonna test it out to see if the holds work. So I'm just gonna look through the songs I have and see which one has a lot of holds. Let's see, this one does not have a lot of holds. Let's do springtime. Springtime has 109 holds on expert. So we're gonna double press it. We're gonna go in options. In options we just do C600 is the speed, and in Noteskin you have to select my skin just like the last time. And you just go exit. And now we just wait for this slow game to start. Now it's not slow. But let's put it on autoplay. And now if a hold shows up, it should show the hold that we added. So we're just playing it a bit. There you go. There you have the hold. So this is how you add a hold. It's not that hard. It's pretty sweet. And what we're going to do next is forfeit song. We're going to close the menu for a sec. We're going to go back to our skin because we're going to add more stuff to the hold. So we're going to go to Noteskins, dance, my skin, and we're going to add. We're going to go GIMP again, GIMP, and we're going to add a little half circle. Why a half circle? Because the half circle is going to be the bottom cap. The bottom cap is the bottom part of the skin. So what we're going to do is going to do 64 width, 32 height. So it's going to be double template, whatever. So we're going to do 64 by 32. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the circle. If I can get it right, I'm going to select it to the side. We're going to hold shift. In most programs, if you hold shift, it keeps the same size. So we're going to do a half circle, and we're going to make this one blue, darkish blue. So if we do darkish blue, and we're going to fill it in. Anyways, first we need to make a new layer because we want to be transparent, and we fill it in. This is going to be our bottom cap. So we're going to do save as, export as, in recently used, and we're going to do down hold bottom cap. The cap does not need to be capitalized. So what we're going to do now is we're going to export it, save all the settings, close it, and now we get the hold bottom cap. Because we're going to use hold and hold bottom cap, we need to change the name of this one because else you got conflicted names when they search for it. So this one we're going to go hold body. So now we got hold body and hold bottom cap. We're going to go back into the Noteskin.lua and we're going to edit it again. So here we got now hold and no head, then use element hold. We're going to change the hold to hold body. We're going to add an extra check if string.find as element is bottom cap, then it's going to be hold body. But we're going to do else and an end at the end. This is an if else check. If else check happens when if it checks a value, and if it's not true, it does the second value. So the second value is going to be hold body, but the first value is going to be bottom cap. So now we got hold body cap and hold bottom. So we save this, close the editor, we go back a few pages, we can start up Stepmania again, or Etterna, or whatever you use. We're gonna start again. I'm gonna hold shift for a sec. Shift makes the game faster if you hold shift. I'm gonna go to expert again, where we can see the holds. I'm gonna double press, gonna check if all the settings are right. Yeah, it's on my skin. So we're gonna press exit, the action button in the game itself, and we wait. I press F8 to activate autoplay. If you test the skin, it's really easy to put it on autoplay because then you can see everything. So now, if we wait for a hold to show up, As you can see, the hold now has a bottom cap, which makes a nice ending at the end. So you can do this. You also got a top cap and a tail, but also there's one in the next video. Anyways, that's it for now. See you next time. See ya.